for children ages 3 and up.
Hey, we've all been there. You're out to dinner with your kids and suddenly they have a total meltdown. Or maybe you're enjoying dinner without your kids and the family next to you is in crisis mode. Well, our next guest had enough and she came up with a wonderful solution. I recently chatted with Susie Berg, creator of the restaurant Rescue Kit and Guide. Take a look. Susie, we are so glad you could join us on the Fox 25 Morning News. Thank you for being here.
I'm very happy to be here. Thank you.
You know, you have addressed in the Restaurant Rescue Kit here just about every problem that a parent has. Where did you get the idea and when did you come up with it?
Well, unlike some parents who have little angels that sit quietly and eat their dinners, I had one that was literally had to hold her by the leg, screaming and crying because she had been confined for too long and just not busy enough. And I had to come up with some way to engage her and make her part of the dinner instead of just making her be somebody that was just sitting by watching.
Yeah, right. Watching and wondering, why aren't I at home eating like I'd like to be doing?
You're taking little bundles of energy and asking them, be quiet.
I know it, absolutely. I mean, and this is just it. They throw these tantrums, they have fits in restaurants. I mean, this is part of it. Why do you think it happens?
Well, that's a very good question. There's actually two reasons for that. The first one is just plain old separation anxiety. They need to know they have access to you 24/7. So when you address that and you give them a little bit of that, they calm down. The second reason, Dr. Jim Sears addressed that on one of his shows, The Doctors, and he said that it's very normal and healthy for a child to object to being confined in any area for any length of time.
Well, and I totally understand that. There's times I want to do it too, but they take me away in a
Just try to get on the phone.
That's right. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the items that we would find in the rescue kit.
Okay. Well, we have, of course, your standard doodle pad. You can do tic-tac-toe with this. Pipe cleaners, they can make jewelry or little animals. We've got a little game of pickup sticks, crayons.
I love this, by the way. I mean, I would be involved with the kids doing that. That's a lot of fun.
Keeps them busy.
It certainly does. Crayons, great idea. What else?
Clay, stickers, of course, beads. They can make all kinds of things with. And if they get too busy with this and don't eat their dinner, I have a nice little game here where they throw a little something on here, and they have to eat this many bites of food by making the sounds that this animal makes, and they love that. It makes them finish their dinner.
It's such a great idea. I love this clay. I got to hold this up so that we can see this. Take a look at this, you guys. These are little teeny pieces of clay. Look. What a great idea. Now, you're targeting a certain age group here, primarily. What would you say? 3
and up. The little parts, obviously, not for little tiny kids, but even the beads that we have in here, they don't really pose much of a danger, even if they put them in their mouth. But basically 3 and up. Yeah. I've entertained as old as 15 and as young as 2.5.
Hey, so. You could entertain me, and I'm even a little older than 15 with the sticks. Let's talk about the guide. There's also, I mean, we see the items that you take. We have a guide in here as well.
Yes, and that is actually the most important part. You don't need any of this if you have this. There are games in here that you can play with things just what's on the restaurant table. It goes in 3 parts. First, you have to distract the child from the negative. It's actually not negative behavior. It's not bad behavior. It's simply behavior not desirable for a restaurant setting.
Right.
So if you can distract them from that, you can do that. There's a whole section on magic tricks and games that you can play with the children. They will stop. Oh, I can make a salt shaker melt through the table. You will stop whatever they're doing and they will want to watch.
Okay.
And the second part is then you just engage them for a few minutes. You can engage them for an hour afterward while you're trying to calm them down, or you can engage them for a few minutes up front asking them simple questions. Another section of the book is about just that. Would you rather have a third eye or a third ear, and where would you want it? Would you rather be invisible or fly? Just involving them in your conversation. How did something about happen with their teacher that day? Little questions like that.
Sure.
They just want to be involved.
Of course they do. Who wants to go to dinner and sit there and be ignored?
Exactly.
Nobody
exactly.
does. And then the third section.
The third part is once you've done that and you've answered their need for attention, their call for attention, you can easily channel their energy into something that is more desirable for a restaurant setting, like pickup sticks or making you a nice, beautiful necklace to wear, or a picture, or playing tic-tac-toe.
Absolutely. It's just pretty much that simple.
Exactly.
If you think it through.
Yes.
Now, we just have a couple seconds left. Do you have something you're going to show me with an napkin?
Yes. This is my favorite distraction. My little girl never gets tired of it. If you're having a little trouble catching their attention, just pick up a napkin, start waving it around. We go da 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 da. Wave it in front of your face and. They love it every time.
It's a hit every time. Susie, thank you. Great ideas. Absolutely love the kit.
Thank you.
Nice to see you. Susie's website is restaurantrescuekit.com if you need more information or you'd like to order one.
Bonus packs and refill kits are also available. Turn your plate into play today and start having fun. Makes a great gift for anyone with bright active children. Find the best specials and coupons at www.restaurantrescuekits.com. All craft items are non-toxic, lead-free, and in compliance with all California safety regulations.
This product is for children ages 3 and up.
My number 1-800-Dr. Laura, 1-800-DRLAURA. Now, as we do each week on this day and this hour, I tell you about some book I think you ought to get. This is cute and very, very useful. Because when you take your kids out anywhere, like a restaurant, and you sit there and you want these little bundles of energy known as children to sit quietly, stare ahead, eat their food, and listen to adult chatter for an hour and a half? What are you, nuts? Kids go crazy. They bounce, you get angry, you yell, they get more upset, and off it goes. I learned that real early on when my kid was little. I never went to a restaurant without a bag of goodies. Baggies filled with crayons and little cars and, all kinds of little toys to keep him occupied, and little puzzles and little games and little stuff. So all that energy got focused. Because one of the worst things is to have screaming, antsy kids in a restaurant. You annoy the heck out of everybody else and you can't digest. So the book is called The Restaurant Rescue. I give you a kit, which I have here, and a guide. Jokes, games, magic tricks, all kinds of stuff for ages 3 to 7. They're good for waiting rooms, airports, anywhere you need to maintain your sanity. Have your kids with you. And the kit's very cute. But it's not for teeny tinies because there are a lot of small pieces they could swallow. But this has great photographs to show the kinds of things you can occupy them. It's short, sweet. You carry it with you. It's very light. It's only about 6 inches by 6. And it's spiral bound. It's got photographs, all kinds of games and things for kids to do. That'll make being in places out with your kids a lot easier. My favorite parts of the book in terms of the advice it gives are the ones where you're interacting with your kid. A lot of times you folks want to take your kids out to dinner. And when you take friends out to dinner, you talk to them, right? A lot of you take your kids out to dinner and you don't want to talk to them. You want them to sit quietly while you talk to your spouse or your relatives. Well, when you take somebody out to dinner, you talk to them. So get a babysitter if you don't want to talk to them. Have your dinner, come home. Okay, I'm Dr. Laura Schlesinger. My number 1-800-Dr. Laura.
All craft items are non-toxic, lead-free, and in compliance with all California safety regulations.
This product is not for children for under age 3. Small part. This product is for children ages 3 and up.
Welcome back to Gear Daddy. I'm your host, Daddy Troy. Today we're looking at the top 10 pieces of gear that we've reviewed in the past year. Here they are, the top 10 pieces of gear that we've reviewed here at Dad Labs in the past year. Number 5 from episode 437 was the Restaurant Rescue Kit. I really want to be able to take my kids out to dinner, and anything that helps me do that is a win. This product is well designed and kids dig it. We'll see you next week on Gear Daddy and all week long at dadlabs.com.
Bonus packs and refill kits are also available. Turn your plate into play today and start having fun. Makes a great gift for anyone with bright active children. Find the best specials and coupons at www.restaurantrescuekits.com. All craft items are non-toxic, lead-free, and in compliance with all California safety regulations.
This product is for children ages 3 and up.
What could be more relaxing at the end of a long day than sitting down with your family at a local restaurant? Pretty much anything. We've all seen that family at the restaurant, right? I mean, we've seen them. Kids are melting down, everybody's. Sometimes we are that family. But it shouldn't always be that way. We should be able to go to a restaurant with our family. We need to. Sometimes we just got to take a break from cooking. From time to time, you've got to go to a restaurant. How do you keep from it being a nightmare? We want to make sure that an outing to a restaurant stays in the quality time category and doesn't cross over into the things I'm going to talk about with my therapist someday category. So we got an idea, the Restaurant Rescue Kit. This little baby is going to help keep your restaurant outings quality time. So let's dig into the goodie bag, see what they got in there. Most important thing, right here, this book. Full of game ideas, activities, fun things, jokes, all kinds of stuff to do with your kids. Lots of good ideas in here about how to deploy the kit. Oh, you got a little drawing pad here. All right, so one of the things we got is this plastic mat. It's a little game in and of itself. You toss a coin, they have that many bites of food or whatever. You got lots of stickers in here. I heart the interns. Dice. There's more dice in here. These are dice that have letters in them, right? Cool. These are pipe cleaners, but you can make animals with these, all kinds of things, colorful little animals, and there's great instructions in the book how to make little animals. Clay, modeling clay, full of beads, and you can use these on the pipe cleaners. There's all kinds of games, and of course crayons. Classic staple, you've got to have these. And also toothpicks. Great game of pickup sticks using just the toothpicks. Very cool. So you've literally got dozens of different kinds of activities here that you can do with the kid. Pick one of these kits up at restaurantrescuekits.com. That's all for us this week on Quality Time. Let's talk about taking those kids out to dinner at dadlabs.com.
Bonus packs and refill kits are also available. Turn your plate into play today and start having fun. Makes a great gift for anyone with bright active children. Find the best specials and coupons at www.restaurantrescuekits.com. All craft items are non-toxic, lead-free, and in compliance with all California safety regulations.